I mean, our challenge with the cloud was we had a very, very successful business in what was the client-server era. And sort of you look at any P&L that says, oh, here is a new business. By the way, it's got gross margins that are sort of 1/4 of this gross margins of the current business. Oh, and it'll be good. It's hard to sort of look at those kind of transitions because all rationality says that you should avoid it as much as possible. And except in tech in particular and many other businesses, these transitions are secular. They're inevitable. And so the question is, how do you make that transition? And that's where I must say, Steve, when he was a CEO, was the one who gave me permission. And the decision he made was, look, we got to go after this. And one of the things that I've realized as leaders, and many of you in your careers are going to make these kinds of decisions, we are all about solving these over-constrained problems, right? I mean, classic over-constrained problem is, you have a huge profit margin, and now you got to go build a new business that sort of replaces this business. And by the way, you should have the same gross profit margin. And guess what? It's not possible. So someone, somewhere, has to remove some constraint. Who does it? Leaders do it. So he removed the constraint called gross margin. He said, go win this market. And that's what was then made it possible for us to do all those things that have now gotten us to the other side. But to me, I've learned a lot from that. So in fact, if anything, I feel like as a leader, sometimes, you get to speak from both sides of the mouth, right? Which is, I need growth and I need profit. In many cases, your job as leaders is to, in fact, unconstrained, take on the risk. In fact, in the first multiple years, Amy Hood, who's my CFO, and myself, we said, look, let us take on the risk. And then actually metric a lot of our leaders more on customer satisfaction, usage, versus profit, revenue even. And I think that that's sort of the type of decision-making one needs in order to make these harsh transitions.